Alright guys, welcome back to another Shoe0nHead video. This one got uploaded 5 hours ago. I was just watching my everyday videos and all of a sudden this popped up in my thing. It was in my feed. It was only 5 hours ago she uploaded this. Probably 6 hours by now. Let's get into this. This is called Cult of the CryBullies. Why People Hate the Left. I don't remember what the thumbnail was, but whatever we get into, this is probably just going to be honestly funny. She said it was going to be a slop video, so I really hope this is going to be funny as hell.
Hello friends, and welcome to another episode
my bad. It's on times 2. There we go.
Of What the Hell is Going On with your host, Ugly Belle Delphine. Now before you ask, yes, there is an Epstein Files video coming out.
Okay.
I feel like everyone has like streamer brain nowadays, and like every fucking video has to be breaking news in order to get the most views.
It doesn't have to be Shoe. You're just the, like, you can literally, I watch her for a lot of the stuff that I didn't know about. And like the stuff I don't see on Twitter and that.
But I am taking my time with it. I'm sure you understand there is a lot happening.
You know, with this anti-Semitic culture right now, she voted against a resolution condemning.
Is Jewish. I
want to be clear.
Do you want to go there, Attorney General? Do you want to go there? Are you serious?
Gentlemen,
talking about anti-Semitism to a woman who lost her grandfather in the Holocaust?
Your country,
Wow.
sir. Anyway, let's just forget about these satanic billionaire pedophiles running the world, and let's talk about some internet drama, shall we?
So
because that is what's
she was so loud she was peeking her mic.
really important. For a little over a decade now, the most inane things can get you called a racist or a Nazi on the internet.
Absolutely.
To the point where these words hold little to no meaning.
Oh, totally. Like at this point where it's just like, it's considered a badge of honor if I get called this kind of stuff. It's like, really? You think so? Sweet.
Anymore. It's so bad that when someone is called a racist or a Nazi online, I'm immediately like, oh, what funny joke did they tell?
Yeah, exactly. It's like nowadays, it's like if you get called that on the street or whatever from random people, just be like, yes. It's like, are you a racist or Nazi? It's like, yes. Yes, I am. It's like, it holds no power. Like, it's insane. It's like, I've even seen like fascist people. It's like, stop fascism. It's like, what is fascism?
But ladies and gentlemen, we have officially come to the point where not saying anything also makes you a racist Nazi.
Oh, yeah.
For the few of you watching this channel who are employed, there's a very popular Twitch streamer named Emaru. She's a cosplayer, just kind of a fun, chill, normie video game streamer.
I heard about this. I watch Smuggle on. She talks a lot about this kind of stuff. I feel sorry for that girl.
Well, the other day, someone in her chat asked her her opinion.
Yeah, this is the thing. If someone ever asks you of an opinion about something, I don't even like engage with them at this point. It's just be like, don't even say no comment. Like if it's in the chat, if you see something in your chat, don't even acknowledge it at all. Like just look past it, look around it.
About ice. And this is what she had to say.
Like, there's a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting big content creators to, like, say their opinions on, like, important topics. I get that, right? But it's like, if you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet.
In a world where it seems like every single celebrity is just screaming their political takes completely unprompted, this was a refreshing thing to hear. Seems like a pretty sane, rational, inoffensive thing to say, right?
No.
Wrong. This short little clip where she ironically tried to avoid controversy ended up being one of the most controversial dramas this year. I feel like decades worth of news has happened.
It's not even that controversial. Like you don't even have to like the only reason it was controversial is because she folded and went with it, and like people would have moved on, no one would have cared. But the fact that like, yeah, it's just the fact that she said something afterwards.
In the past like 2 months, don't you? Every day there's like a breaking story of the most insane shit you've ever heard in your life. And everyone is expected to have a fully formed opinion on every single breaking story. There's pressure to react, to pick a side, to condemn, to defend. But the reality is, when a story first breaks, we're usually not seeing the full picture. And that's why for years now, I have been using today's sponsor, Ground News.
I feel like she's done it like
so
3 or
let's
4
quickly give
times
them
in
a
a
shout
row
out
now.
before we jump into today's video, shall we? Ground News is a website and an app that lets you see how news stories are being covered all across the political spectrum, from left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of political bias, ownership, and headlines that helps you understand the full story and really make sure you're getting both sides. They really make it fun and easy to compare headlines to see how political bias and media ownership can affect the framing of a story. For example, let's take a look at this one about how RFK admits he used to snort cocaine off toilet seats. If you look it up on Ground News, a right-wing headline covers it like this: RFK revealed why he wasn't scared of COVID. It was a legendary answer. And a left-wing outlet covers the same story like this: Robert F. Kennedy Jr. doesn't fear germs, and his reason is really, really gross. Same story, completely different vibes. The Ground News feature I like the most is the blind spot tool. It shows you how news stories have been covered by only one side of the political spectrum and ignored by the other. For example, here's a story about how Hillary Clinton says migration has gone too far. Rare Hillary Clinton W. Suspicious. 37 sources covered it, 91% of those sources were right-wing, and only 4% were left-wing. Interesting. Or this one about how middle-class Americans are selling plasma because of financial pressure. Americans are selling their blood because they're so poor. 71% of the sources that covered this were left-wing, and only 14% were right-wing. I have been using Ground News for like 5 years now, and I am obsessed. It is one of the first apps I open when I wake up in the morning. It really helps me stay informed and helps me keep up with the news for my videos. But don't just take my word for it. Even the Nobel Peace Center recognized Ground News as an excellent way to stay informed, avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview. Best of all, I am currently offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which is the plan I use to access all their amazing features. This comes to only like $5 a month, which is like the price of a cup of coffee nowadays. To get the 40% discount, just go to ground.news/shoe or use the QR code on screen right here, or click the link in the video description
or just keep
down
watching
below
Shoe for
to
free.
subscribe to
That
their
works
Vantage
too.
plan today. Big thanks to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad as always. Right. And now, let's get back to the video. In this video, we are going to talk about the drama surrounding Emaru, the people trying to cancel her, the mistake the left is making by embracing cancel culture again. We're gonna read some insane, hilarious tweets, of course, and then we will talk about my personal experience with these people. And what do I mean by these people? I mean the cult of the CryBullies.
Cult of the CryBullies.
I'm sorry if I sound even more like a prepubescent boy in this video. I am a little bit sick, but I am here, slaving over a hot laptop for you. If you guys saw my last video, you know I am quite critical of ICE. I don't think we should abolish them,
wait,
of
did she
course,
call that
but I
Hell
think
World
it is
Report?
good and
Really?
healthy to criticize your
She wants to
government.
change the
I am
video
a
name?
political culture war commentator. I talk about political topics often. People come to me to hear my political opinions. But not everybody wants to be a political YouTuber or streamer. And not everybody wants to listen to a political YouTuber or streamer. Sometimes we just want to have fun and talk about other things. There are lots of other things to talk about. Sometimes we want to look at funny memes or watch funny videos without having politics shoved down our throat. So a lot of people thought it was really refreshing when a cosplay streamer was basically like, I don't want to talk about politics. Why are you coming to me for politics? It was a perfectly sane, rational opinion. So of course, like half the internet had a problem.
Of course.
It's just not that hard to say fuck
I saw that one.
It's really not that hard to say fuck ICE, to be
they're all
honest.
the same.
It's so hard to just say fuck ICE.
They're all saying the same thing.
It's really
Got
not
it.
hard to say fuck ICE. Jesus Christ, how hard is it to just say fuck ICE?
Repeat.
How hard is it to just say fuck ICE? How hard is it to just say fuck ICE and move on? Oh my god. Just say fuck ICE. It's not hard. Is it so hard to just say the line? Say the line. Say it.
Say it.
Jesus Christ, like at this point, even if Emaru did want to like abolish ICE, even if she really did think fuck ICE, she shouldn't say it. Like I wouldn't say it at this point because this is just like, this is creepy. This is like a horde of zombies chasing after you.
It's so weird.
Hey, it's actually super easy to stream and have opinions. I'll show you. Fuck ICE, fuck Donald Trump and everyone in his administration, fuck Elon Musk, free Palestine, US is on stolen land built by stolen people, Luigi did nothing wrong, abortion is healthcare, leave trans people the fuck alone. These people literally just speak in bumper stickers, dude. Just like copy-pasting the internet leftist starter pack. What the hell am I looking at? I hate the Reddit ass. Hey, it's super easy. It's crazy, like 1,000 years ago, this dude's ancestors were hunting mammoths. And now he's on here like, Men should not be speaking like this. I'm sorry. We need another war. The post that
agree.
really seemed to kick
I
us all
honestly
off
agree.
was made by Denims, the self-described largest female political streamer. Only because I don't stream, Denims. Only because I don't stream. Anyway, I don't have any like personal beef with Denims. This isn't like an own Denims video. We used to be kind of cool years ago, but she apparently has some opinions on Emaru, so let's hear her out. Never thought I'd see the day we'd be fence-sitting the modern Gestapo.
Racist chud.
First of all,
Oh
she's
my
not
God.
fence-sitting. She's just choosing not to talk about politics. Like, in order to fence-sit, you actually have to say something. She didn't even say anything. Like, how do you even know what her opinion is? Second of all, modern Gestapo? Why is everything the f***ing Holocaust? It's totally normal to criticize ICE. It's totally understandable to have issues with the things they are doing. But modern Gestapo?
Modern
Don't you guys
Gestapo.
get tired of this shit? Like, don't you guys get tired of saying, like, isn't this exhausting after a while? Everything is Nazis, everything is the Holocaust, everyone is Hitler. It's like nothing else bad ever happened in history. Like, what did they used to compare bad things to before World War II? Oh my god, you're literally Napoleon. Also, I love this.
Right?
Racist chud. Like, where did the
Well, the thing is too is before like before World War II, we never had a melting pot. I feel like everyone was kind of more homogenized. I think it's the right word. Everything was more homogenized. So like everyone kind of agreed with each other and everything. There's small differences here and there, but we could get along and understand each other. But we've gotten to the point now where we've gotten, since it's such a crazy melting pot and we've had like such crazy immigration, that you're having clusters of people that are choosing specific ways of thinking and making like neighborhoods that are entire echo chambers, basically. Not even on the internet, but outside the internet as well. And so you only surround yourself with people that agree with you. And then when you see like the rest of the country disagreeing with you, then it becomes an issue. And that's how a civil war begins. And I think people say we're there, or for the US, there's people that say it's there. I don't think it's quite there yet, but it's getting close. It's really, really not that far away.
Racism part. Like, where did that
What's
come
up?
from? I love this. Racist chud. Like, where did the racism part, like, where did that come from? Listen, I don't get on camera and start talking about cars or math or taxes or investing or going outside or the plenty of other things I don't know about. I sit here and talk about the gender war and the culture war because I'm good at those things and that's what people watch me for. That is my lane and I stay in it. Emaru likes what she's doing. Her audience likes what she's doing. There are plenty of other channels that will regurgitate your political takes back to you. Just turn on the TV. Turn on CNN. Most normal people are sick and tired of celebrities just like spewing their political takes.
Oh, that's just so true. Like I've stopped watching a lot of, I don't care about any celebrities. Only like later in my late 20s that I actually start learning their names. I only ever knew him as the person from like the actor that played Thor or something like that. It's like I never really knew anyone's names. And so whenever people started saying their names in everyday conversation, I would just start zoning out because I'm like, I don't know anyone's names. It's like I don't care. It was like, why do I care what someone else thinks? It's like cool. That's your opinion. All right, moving on. It's like it's okay. It doesn't matter if it's someone's opinion or not.
Completely unprompted. I don't f***ing care what Glub Shido thinks of politics, okay? Why does Glub Shido have to get on stage and start talking about how we're
I
on
like how she has to look down to say that name. She's looking at a script. Of course she's looking at a script, but it's funny how she has to look down to figure out how to say that.
stolen land or some shit? Why do you need your political opinion?
Oh yeah, they're doing the same thing with Stan Lee. It's just like, yeah, Stan Lee would agree with this. Look, and he's just like he's dead, and they're using his corpse, like digital corpse, to like make him do stuff.
Opinions thrown up in land or some shit. Why do you need your political opinions thrown up into your mouth by a celebrity like a fucking baby bird? Like, do you really want Sydney Sweeney throwing up in your mouth? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Please don't answer that.
She's right when she says most streamers are not qualified to talk about politics. Okay, here's the thing, dude. You actually don't have to be qualified to talk about politics to say ICE. It's not that hard of a concept.
You actually don't have to know what you're talking about in order to just say the line. What? You should look into a topic,
So
do your
dumb.
own research, come to your own conclusion,
Yeah.
and form your own opinion on the topic.
This is called critical thinking, and it's very gone in our society. Oh God.
You should not just blindly, mindlessly say the line.
You know who doesn't do political content? Cutie Cinderella. Cutie Cinderella
Okay, I think she does though.
literally never does political content. And even she's capable of saying F ICE. What about Cinna? You don't have to be a political creator to recognize that it's not hard to say F ICE.
You don't have to be a political content creator to say the line. All your other friends are saying the line, Emaru. Why aren't you saying the line, Emaru?
It's such a cult.
ICE. Okay, but unironically though, F them. Straight up. Hey, F them. Yeah, it's F them, don't care, and if you don't like that I say that, it's F you too. You know what I mean? It's really that easy for me, I'm telling you right now.
There's Emaru's roommate saying the line. Aren't we all proud of her? By the way, where are all her friends during all of this? Where are all her morally righteous, good guy, big streamer friends while this is all going down? While she's being dragged by half of the internet for doing absolutely nothing wrong. This girl who literally just came out of an allegedly abusive relationship. This girl who literally just got assaulted, grabbed by some freak at a convention. Now this girl is going through all of this. I guess it's fine to be silent when your friend is getting dragged by half of the internet, but don't you dare stay silent about current thing. I don't even know this woman, and I'm sticking my neck out for her because it pisses me off seeing this kind of shit happen to people who absolutely do not deserve it.
If you're above the age of 18, you should care about politics in your fucking country.
Okay, I didn't care about politics until I was 24. Like, I was just trying to get through life one foot at a time, trying to get a job and figure my life out. I didn't care about anything until I was 24, and when between 24 and 25, that's when my eyes really started to open up about the world around me. I tried to get into dating when I was that age, and then I realized how rough it is, and then I learned from there of like, oh, this is why dating is so bad, and why the dating apps are terrible, and yeah, and I learned a lot in those 2 years.
You don't get to be like, well, I don't agree with this whole taxes thing, so I'm just not gonna pay for it. You can't say like, well, I'm just not going to care about all this politics stuff.
When someone doesn't have an opinion on a political topic, people like you might get a little mad.
Does she have a crazy double chin? I just realized that.
You can't say like, well, I'm just not going to care about all this politics stuff.
Yeah, look at that. She has a double chin. It's like an old lady when she does that.
Stuff.
When someone doesn't have an opinion on a political topic, people like you might get a little mad. When someone doesn't pay their taxes, the government comes and arrests them. Okay, so that's the difference between those things.
There's this weird idea in America especially where like you can just be an adult and be like, oh, I don't care about politics.
Yeah. People can do that.
What? Many people, most people, do not care that much about politics. I know to you and me that
I think like before COVID and before 2015, it was like 10% of people that cared about politics. And now like after COVID, I think it's like 10% of people who don't care about politics. It was just like a major shift that happened in COVID. And 2015, just like a lot of people, as more and more young kids are getting online and the older generation's dying off, it's becoming more and more the point where people are caring about politics. And in doing so, it's going to cause a lot of issues. It's going to be very interesting.
it's like mind-blowing, that's like unfathomable, because our whole life is politics, our job is politics, like I get it. But most people's lives do not revolve around politics. They do other things other than fight with strangers online. Crazy, I know, but man, do I envy them. I was so much happier before...
What? Being 18?
I knew.
Yeah.
Sadly, it is getting harder and harder for the average person to not care about politics because politics is seeping into literally everything.
Oh, it's so true. It's like literally everywhere. I try to play video games and there's like, why are these games ass? Oh, because of LGBT and DEI shit. And then what is it? It's like trying to get a job and just do my job. It's hard to find one because you have immigrants coming in and taking the jobs, and as well as DEI again in my jobs, and like they're only hiring women and stuff. And now I've been hearing here recently too how they're trying to only hire people that are not qualified so they can pay them less and do all that shit. It's infuriating. It's insane. And like there's going to be a hard reset that's coming. Like she said, there's going to be a war, and it's going to be quick. It's going to come quick. Like within 5 to 10 years, it's going to be interesting.
Politics will be bending you over and spreading your cheeks and going in dry whether you want it or not. And unfortunately, the people who are like, I just want to be left alone, are the people who are the most fucked by politics.
Yeah.
Also, more importantly, Emaru wasn't saying that she doesn't care about politics. She was saying she didn't want to talk about politics. I feel like that is a huge difference. I care a lot about, like, skincare, but I don't get on here and talk about, like, peptides and collagen to my audience because they don't give a shit. They're here to watch me say feminism is doo-doo and make silly little faces at the camera.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you like that shit?
Oh my god.
I hate when grown women don't have a mind of their own. You are 28 years old. Please develop a mind of your own. All she does is pander to anime gooner men. No mind of her own.
Oh my goodness.
I never liked Emeru, so finding out she's stupid and doesn't have a mind of her own is nice. The audacity! If she didn't have a mind of her own, she would have mindlessly parroted the shit you want her to say. She would have mindlessly just been like, F Ice. If Emeru came out and was like, actually, I think Ice is doing a fine job, do you think they'd be like, ah yes, she has a mind of her own? No, absolutely not. They are not angry that she doesn't have an opinion. They are angry that she doesn't have their opinion.
Exactly.
The absolute audacity to say that this woman doesn't have a mind of her own while thousands of you people swarm her like drones, barking orders at her to say the line. You guys literally operate like the fucking Borg. So what I'm gathering is that Emeru is a grown woman who acts like a frail, silly little girl to entertain fat, dirty, incel, Asian fetisher weirdos and is okay with that, but draws the line at saying Ice is bad. Emeru and Asmon's audience are the same. Incels love Emeru because she confirms the image of the anime bimbo stereotype that incels worship. She definitely cultivated an audience who, in the end of all things, are reactionary. She appeals to violent racists who fetishize—
I never said that reactionary word. It's just like, is it exactly what I'm doing right now? Is that considered reactionary? I'm reacting to a video. Does that make me reactionary? I got no clue what that word means, and I don't really care to learn it, honestly, because it just seems like another buzzword at this point, where it's just like, it means nothing, because of course they say it so often.
Asian women. What the fuck is this Asian fetish thing? Are they just saying this because she's fucking Asian? Like, I'm trying to find a clip of Emeru saying sucky sucky $5 or something. It's just, it doesn't exist. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's not a coincidence that she answered the question this way, and that her fan base consists heavily on Asian fetishes. I don't know where this is coming from. And this woman, the woman saying her fan base
tend to be white men who egocentric political views.
Consists heavily on Asian fetishes. I don't know where this is coming from. And this woman, the woman saying this is literally an OnlyFans, like an Asian OnlyFans model. Like, I'm sorry, are you really the person to be talking about fetishization here? The most insane part of all of this had to be when her ex-boyfriend, her allegedly abusive ex-boyfriend, posted his own Ice in the middle of his ex-girlfriend being canceled for not saying that. Like, how petty do you have to be to subtweet your ex like that? Another character involved in all this is former booby streamer Casey Tron.
Oh yeah. It reminds me of whenever Amarath started wearing a cowboy hat, because that's whenever she started going like full Nazi, basically.
Oh my god, what?
She started wearing the cowboy hat. It's like whenever these Texas girls in like these Austin, Texas streamer circles start wearing cowboy hats, that's whenever you gotta watch out.
A woman in Texas wearing a cowboy hat? Lord, take me out.
I was expecting Shoe0nHead to have a cowboy hat in the next like cut that she did.
Take me out back, behind the shed. Put me out of my misery if I ever become this politically brain rotted. Holy shit.
Like, you know that she probably has like weird incels donating her hundreds of dollars. It's because, like, in my opinion, like, it's all a facade to appeal to the worst type of men. Because, like, really misogynistic, shitty incel like men, they like a woman that doesn't have any opinions. I think that she also plays into how a lot of incels will fetishize Asian women. Her whole platform is just like appealing to like the worst fucking men. She's like basically like she's like a pick-me for like incel freaks.
So this fucking—
oh my god, there's so many buzzwords in that. It sounded like a fucking bumblebee. It's like insane. Oh, like if ever I can't make it through this video. I'm only halfway through. Oh my goodness. Let's keep going. Oh, my brain is melting trying to even listen to them. I just want to like zone out and not even listen, honestly.
Hick me, dude.
It's half through the day for me. It's halfway through my day, and I'm getting tired just listening to her.
It's gonna be the death of me. Before making this video, I watched a bunch of Emeru stuff, and I saw no signs of like pick-me behavior at all. At least with some streamers or some YouTubers. People could be like, oh, they criticize women, so they're trying to be like one of the good ones, and they're a pick-me. Like, okay, sure, like, that's retarded. We all know that's retarded. But at least I can like kind of see how is Emaru a pick-me? She doesn't even do that shit. Like, where is the pick-me thing coming from? No, really though, what makes her a pick-me and not the booby streamer or OnlyFans models calling her a pick-me? You are literally...
Because in their eyes, I'm pretty sure, from what I remember watching a video talking about this kind of stuff, in like their eyes, they're exploiting men and like using men to their advantage. But Emaru is doing it in a different way, I guess, or whatever. And pick-me's do it in a different way to actually like work with men or something like that and not exploit them or something like that. I can't remember.
Selling your body for men to consume. If men do not pick pictures of your ass, you can't pay rent. There's no bigger pick-me on earth than a fucking porn star. And me. I don't care about being called a pick-me. I've been doing this for over a decade now. I'm used to it. I've been called it thousands of times. I'm a 35-year-old married mother. I do not give a shit. I do care, however, when other women are called pick-me for the crime of not following a hive mind. I see it so often in like the VTuber community.
Oh yeah.
Like all these VTuber anime women will be called pick-me's for just saying their opinions. You have to understand, like, to these people, whenever a woman has like an opinion that is not like the corporate...
Well, they're also called pick-me's too because they're hot. It's why I made my model what it is, because everyone likes looking at a female character. And it's just true. It's like both men and women like it most.
Our approved opinion of the week. Whenever a woman doesn't toe the line of the current thing, in this case, whenever a woman,
it's why they make. So yeah, the reason why they make their models look the way they do is so that way they can get guys to actually like watch them more, as well as of course like they'll come in, they'll look and be like, oh, this is nice to look at, and then they'll stay for the personality. That's usually how it works.
Doesn't say anything, she's called a pick-me. You know, she just must have these opinions for men. No other reason. Every woman is secretly a big progressive feminist. And if they're not, they're just doing it for male attention. Because I'm sure someone who looks like this is really starving for male attention.
And then in my opinion, it's like she's not entertaining whatsoever. She's like...
If she's not entertaining, why does she have so many people watching her? Like I said, people stay for that. She doesn't even have like, she doesn't flash cleavage and stuff. Like she's literally just like a relaxed person.
I would literally rather watch paint dry.
Then go watch paint dry. Why the hell are you dealing with her? Like, then why the hell are you talking about this? Go do that instead.
So true, because you know what is far more entertaining than a cute, high-energy cosplay streamer reacting to memes? This is way more entertaining. And if you don't agree, you're just like
a Nazi.
An incel. Okay, bitch. Eventually, after a few days of being dogpiled by the most annoying people on Earth, Emaru came out with a statement. Hello, it's very rare I will speak my mind, but I'd rather get my thoughts out there, so apologies if this is long. There's a clip from my stream that's been circulating a lot, so I'd like to explain it for anyone who was hurt or shocked by it. It should go without saying that no one deserves to live their life in fear of being killed or taken away from their homes or families, regardless of who is doing it, but especially not because of ICE or any other government agency. I understand the world is a very cruel and messed up place. You don't have to study politics or actively read the news to know that. I would never want to invalidate anyone who struggles with those things, and an agency causing fear and suffering deserves zero support. To me, that's not even political. It's basic.
And she folded, of course.
Human empathy. Now, I thought that statement was perfectly fine. My issue with it is she didn't have to make it.
Yeah, exactly.
She was basically forced to come out and say her opinion. So did these freaks finally back off?
No.
Once Emaru made her...
No, now they're gonna go to like they gave her she gave them an inch. Now they're gonna take a mile and be like, why didn't you say that right away? Now please say all these other things, and so on and so on and so on.
Her opinion about ICE clear? No. Of course not. Nazi response.
Oh my god.
TLDR, go f*** yourself in your PR apology. And there it is. Of fucking course she's another dumb c***. Girl, we are not as dumb as you look. You're still a racist chud, but continue to enjoy the money you get from your incel audience because they're disgusting, just like you. All I hear is, I support Israel and my name is Emaru. Wait, what?
What?
Where the f*** did Israel come from? What? I don't like to talk about politics equals I'm a Nazi and I'm ashamed of my opinions. Everyone knows what's up. She's a fascist in disguise and is squirming. Emaru, you are garbage Nazi-loving.
Oh my god.
You got orange around your mouth.
What?
Say F you, Asmongold. If you're neutral, you might as well say you're MAGA. Stand for something, ho. That's what Trump wants,
What
for
the
everyone to be
hell?
quiet about it. The idea of get off the internet is so fucking ignorant. This dumb cunt needs to shut her fucking mouth. Thank God her downfall is happening. I've been hating on her since day one and knew something was off about her. Not a good statement. She implicitly disavowed ICE, but not so much the actual Trump admin. Yeah, you disavowed ICE, but what about the whole Trump
Yeah, there you go. What
administration?
about this?
They're like literally the mouse from
Give
If
a
You
Mouse
Give a Mouse a Cookie.
Exactly.
I was like reading that book to my toddler the other day and I was like, oh my god, this is literally Twitter. You cannot give them an inch, dude. Of course are incel fans swooping in to protect the poor little 28-year-old. Ah yes, incels. Known for defending women online. What? What the f does the word incel even mean anymore? Does it just mean man now?
It just means men that I don't like, and that literally is all it means. It's like the meaning means nothing anymore. I've been called an incel, and I'm just like, okay, I've gotten laid, so I'm not involuntarily celibate. So, and I don't hate women. So, what does this mean? Oh my goodness. Like whenever someone says any buzzword nowadays, two things happen. Either one, I just like don't even acknowledge it and move on. Or two, I like to ask them what it means to them. And then they turn around and make me have to define it. It's just like, that's not how this works.
Means man. Man I do not like.
Yep.
I had no idea this was a thing until yesterday. How come no one told me Emaru low-key a femcel?
A femcel.
Femcel. Emaru's a femcel.
yeah.
Oh my do people just not know what words
Nope.
mean anymore?
No.
How are they coming to these conclusions? I mean, have you looked at her? I mean, look at her. Look at her. Just look at her. Look at her. Yeah, sorry, I don't see it. I think you guys just might be mentally ill.
Yep.
We need to do something about these male-centered women. Okay, first of all, nothing is more male-centered than centering your life around hating men. Men just live rent-free in your fucking head.
Oh, yeah.
Take it up with God. Go to therapy. Do
Oh yeah, I have one person where I literally just posted a in the meme in the NSFW section of a Discord. I posted a profile, a dating profile of a man saying that you listing just like what a woman does, where they list all these things that you need to have. The man did the same thing, where it's like a woman needs to have all these things, and she thought it as misogynistic, and it's just like, oh, what? What do you mean? And then I, of course, decided just to fuck with her and was like, yeah, NSFW means not safe for women. And then she got upset and then it kicked me. And then ever since then, like years later, I had a mutual tell me that apparently she's still thinking, like she actually had a list of all the characters I played on in my game. Because you have like different names for different characters. And she had a list of all the characters in my thing, and she didn't get all of them. And so I decided to rename one and just labeled it Suck It, her name, and then joined and just to piss her off even more. And that's even better. It's like in her guild, I actually have a tune in her guild and she never knew. I just renamed it to someone else's alt, and that person was like never online anyways. And then, yeah, now she's not even, the guild name got renamed and she's not even there anymore. I couldn't even see her in the listing.
literally anything else, then make it our problem. F her, and especially f her bestie Asmogul. I hope they get croaked. 30-year-old woman too scared to say f guys to keep her incel audience happy. Let's hope she gets abused again. Couldn't happen to a better person. Next time this cunt is assaulted, I'm gonna laugh and laugh. F her and f guys and f you if you support this cunt. Emaru deserves what Misfits did to her.
Oh my god.
Emaru for supporting ICE. I genuinely hope this bitch gets. Oh, okay. I reported that one.
Holy shit.
For supporting ICE. I genuinely hope.
Wow.
Hope this bitch gets. Okay. I reported that one. Holy shit. What is wrong with these people? See, you don't understand. I'm good guy, which makes it okay for me to say f***ed up things about bad guy.
Right?
You think saying that to someone is f***ed up? Well, you should be abused too, because you're probably also bad guy. It's called being on the right side of history, Chud. Look it up. Nazis deserve death, and silence is compliance. May I just remind the audience that this is what she said.
If you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet.
Ladies and gentlemen, a Nazi that deserves death.
I will say though, the way she talks with her hands is a little weird. She's probably just awkward because she's having to address this, but it's still kind of funny.
May I just remind the audience that this is what she said.
If you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet.
Ladies and gentlemen, a Nazi that deserves death. What? After making her terrible statement full of lies, Emaru decided to follow right-wing grifter Shoe0nHead. Of course Emaru is now following a fellow pathetic pick-me for being quiet about ICE. They both don't want to piss off their 100% right-wing gooner fanbase. For the record, my fan base is probably like 70% right-wing and 80% gooner. Okay, but for some reason, they didn't mind when I came out and harshly criticized ICE in my last video. Yes, some disagreed, but for the most part, they didn't care. As long as you aren't preaching from an ivory tower with no nuance, rhyme, or reason, people don't care. I'll say some shit like, we should decommodify housing, and the right-wingers in my audience are just like, okay, commie mommy. These people cannot fathom a universe where people just disagree. Oh, you're just scared. You don't want to upset your chud audience. I upset my chud audience every goddamn day. You're the ones terrified of your own fucking cult. God forbid you only agree with 99% of the hive mind approved opinions. God have mercy on your soul.
This is why I would love to make like a fake Twitter account that is like fake left leaning and tries to keep pushing the line like further and further to the point where it's like, and then like get a following somewhat, if I could, of like people that agree with me, and then anyone who is left leaning that says anything just slightly more right than they were talking before, like anything at all, just like shame them and then tell them and then push them more further left to the point where it's like they're full on like totalitarian, authoritarian, everything, where it's just like, and then they just eventually get kicked off Twitter or whatever, and then go to Blue Sky or whatever, and just like, it'd be insane to watch. It'd be hilarious to see.
Do not envy you. Once you bend the knee to these people, once you apologize or capitulate, it's over. These people don't actually want an apology. They want to humiliate you. They want to drag you down. At the end of the day, they have found a socially acceptable way to bully people. That's what this is. A lot of people in response to Emaru's statement were like, why did you apologize to the mob? You know, you bent the knee, you're a coward. And honestly, people don't realize how insane it can get. These people, the cult of the CryBully, they come in swarms, they get in your head, they prey on your empathy, they isolate you from your friends, they make you feel like a terrible person for having milquetoast normal ass opinions, or in this case, no opinion. And when you are someone who is not used to dealing with these types of people, or you are someone in like a vulnerable state of mind, it is very easy for these cult-like tactics to work. This shit works especially well with women in particular, not to be sexist, but it's just...
No, it's true. It's just like, she'll probably talk about this in a second, but women tend to don't like being ostracized from the community because they're more around the community than any other like gender. It's like they're always together, they're always talking, they're always yapping. Men tend to be out and doing their own thing, and then it's like men will like and sorry, I was just thinking back to the caveman days.
True. Honestly, you know, now that I think about it, the only people who are immune to this are like autistic people. I swear to God, people on the spectrum are immune to the CryBully tactics. What happened is Emaru just saw like a shit ton of people who were mad at her, and she wanted to do the correct thing. Unfortunately, this is just gonna make it worse. And they're moving on to one of their favorite tactics.
The big question in everyone's mind is, well, are you still friends with Asmongold?
Of course.
While it is appreciated that you are taking a stand and clarifying the clip, you do continue to be vague about how deep your associations with Asmon are. So hopefully you've cut ties with that hate-mongering Nazi troll Asmon, right? Glad you made this and owned up to it, but you're still friends with Asmongold, so it doesn't read as earnest. Almost a decent explanation, but the elephant in the room is that your friendship with Asmongold is holding this back from seeming sincere. Okay, now what about your best friend Asmongold? Denounce Asmon or I'm not taking this seriously. You're friends with Assmold.
Assmold.
Assmold?
That's a good one.
I'm pretty sure she's still friends with Asmongold.
Now whatever you think of Asmongold, he is friends with Emaru. They are friends, even though they disagree with each other. Crazy, right?
I literally said, like, I don't agree with the things he says. Like, what do y'all want me to do? Like, fucking shoot him on stream?
Yes, that is what they want you to do.
That's exactly what they want. They're begging you to do that because oh my God, because he trusts you to get close to him.
Around 2018, I was facing nearly daily harassment for being friends with someone who was on the right. Hundreds of people were on my ass like every day. They were calling my job. They got emails of my family members. It was like non-stop. Now, this person was a good friend of mine, but in order to get all these people off my back, I did probably the cringiest thing ever, and I publicly disavowed her. Publicly disavowed a friend of mine over political differences. Now, for those of you who are new here, that sounds like something I would never do, but I did it. I bent the knee to a faceless mob of people who hate me. That was 8 years ago. And in return, I received nothing. Nope. The harassment didn't stop, the hate didn't stop. Well, needless to say, karma is real, and the same thing happened to me years later. I was publicly disavowed by friends over political differences. This story ultimately does have a good ending. Me and my friend from 2018, we made up years ago, but looking back on all this in 2026 is extremely embarrassing. And if I knew what I knew now, I would have just told those people to go fuck themselves. But in the moment, it's incredibly stressful, and you just kind of want it all to stop. And you will do whatever you can to make it stop. So I understand why.
I love this shit. I thrive on it. I love trolling people on the internet. It's just so funny. And it's like, if it was like a dude, even though I'm not gay, if it was a dude that I was friends with that they didn't like, I would just be like, oh yeah, I'm fucking him now. We're totally together. We're married. Just like mess with them even more. And it's like, no, don't marry him. And then just turn around and be like, what, are you against gay marriage?
Emeru came out and made a statement. I just really hope she doesn't wind up disavowing friends over political differences like I did. It was a huge mistake, and it is not worth it, because you are going to find yourself surrounded by people who see you as a temporary ally and not a real friend. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a never apologize person. You should apologize if you actually do something wrong, if you actually wronged someone. But you shouldn't apologize to like a nebulous, faceless mob of people while facing down a barrel of a gun. There is nothing that she could say and no amount of money she could donate that could convince me she's not a soulless ghoul like all the men she's happily surrounded herself with for years. There is nothing you can ever do to please these people. So why bother?
Exactly.
They will not be happy until you kill yourself, and even then they will dance on your grave.
True.
And I know, like, with everything going on right now, like, is this really a video about cancel culture in 2026? And it's like, yeah, I don't know. First of all, you should expect that. You clicked on a Shoe0nHead video. But second of all, yeah, I feel like this is kind of important to talk about. I feel like this type of thing is part of the reason we are where we are right now. This type of stuff drives people away from the left. And more importantly than that, it's just evil. I saw some leftist...
It's not even the left. Like, anyone that does stuff like this, whether it's right, left, or center, if you just start calling them names and stuff, it's just like, well, they're not going to be friends with you. It's kind of like how I was too. Like, I was told I was red-pilled before I even knew what that meant. And so, like, I was being called names before I even really had an opinion on stuff. And so it reminds me of that meme all the time where it's like the guy gets... it's like guy stands on the center line. It's like both sides have an opinion, and then the left person punches him and hits them, or both sides have not opinion. Both sides have points. Both sides have good points, and then the left pushes him, and then he becomes right leaning. And it's like, and then asks him like, "Why are you helping the enemy?" It's like, "Bitch, you put me there." And so it's like that's how it works. And that's why the right was getting so popular more and more. Was just because, like, even though even though like you agreed on one thing with the right, this is like something, like if you had 5 points and they agreed with 3 of the points, people on the right were like, oh, I can work with this. And so they went with that. They're like, oh, I can work with this. And then that person eventually like became more and more right leaning, learning about all the different things on the right more than the left. And and then that's how we end up where we are right now. But then of course the right started doing it too, and then now it's going to be kind of interesting. They don't do it as much, but they do it enough, I think. I don't know. Not as much on Twitter. Not as much on Twitter. The right doesn't do it as much on Twitter than the left does.
Covering Emeru being canceled, and more importantly than that, it's just evil. I saw some leftists covering Emeru being canceled, and they were like, the cultural shift is here. Woke 2.0, we don't play around, we're mean now. Woke 2.0? Because Woke 1.0 worked out so well for you guys in the country, right? You're supposed to learn from your mistakes, not double down and get worse. I don't know how you can look at the last 10 years and be like, We have got to get more annoying. Like, what are you doing? Attacking normie streamers for not wanting to be involved in political discourse? Also, I feel like this goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm not smearing, like, the left as a whole, okay? This isn't fucking Fox News. This isn't the Nuxanor channel. I'm well aware there are plenty of left-wing people, especially in my audience, who feel the same way I do. I'm talking about a certain faction.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people on the left that are probably like that, but they can't say that they are tired of it, because then they'll get called right, and then yeah, that happens.
Of the mostly online left.
There was actually a video I saw recently from Smuggle on where 80% of people in growing up say that they actually don't believe in progressive views. They're just saying it to get to not get yelled at and stuff. So it's gonna be very interesting when all these people are allowed to all of a sudden say it. What's gonna happen? Like once the spread happens of like it's okay to be more right than left, all of a sudden it's gonna be like explode. I feel like it's gonna be crazy.
I'm about to say it's like a loud minority, but I don't even think it's a minority anymore. I think it's like a majority. Like I feel like I'm one of the only ones like holding down the fort. Like me and Anna Kasparian. And every day I'm called a right-wing grifter for being like, hey, maybe we can focus on the issues that like actually affect the working class. You know, things that actually help people, not stupid fucking shit like going after e-girl cosplay streamers. Like, can we just get back to the fact that we are all being ruled by satanic billionaire pedophiles who may or may not be eating children, please? Thank you. In conclusion, Emeru did nothing wrong. People are tired of having politics shoved down their throat, and you don't need to speak about things.
Even like me, it's just like some people have been doing it longer than I have, and I've already been getting pretty tired of it. I'm like 29. I've only been in politics or deep into politics for like 3 years, and like I'm kind of getting sick and tired of it to the point where it's like I don't even want to deal with it. I would love to just go back and play old games and just that's why I'm trying to get into streaming and stuff, so I can just stream games that I like and then just relax and not have to worry about all that kind of stuff because it's getting tiring.
You don't want to speak about. You don't have to do that. You don't have to say the line, actually. This is mass psychosis, rivaling on 2020. These people are trying to socially ostracize this woman for not putting like a black square on her Instagram. They're just mad at Emeru for not doing like the ice bucket challenge or some shit. Like that's basically what is happening here. If you are going to streamers for political information, you are cooked. If you are going to Shoe0nHead for political information, you are deep fried.
Oh, I thought she was going to be like, you are welcome and we love your company here and you are great. Please bring your money.
So that was that little video. If you liked my yapping, please subscribe. And if you can, donate to my Patreon down below. It really helps the channel out and I appreciate it so much. And I will see you guys very soon with a new video. Bye!
Well, was that the slot video, Shoe? You didn't say it was. I was hoping it, probably not, honestly. I hope that she actually has a slot video this month or next month, probably next month.
Say it!
Yes, ma'am. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.